Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I'm going to be testing out a cult favorite, the Estee Lauder Double Wear foundation. So if you guys are curious to see my first impression and review, then go ahead and keep on watching. Okay, so this is the foundation right here. I'm sure that you guys have seen this a million times before. I don't know why I'm so late on the bandwagon, but I got mine in the shade Tawny 3W1, and this is what the bottle looks like. This is actually surprisingly a lot smaller than I imagined this to look like. For example, here's a side-by-side comparison. Like, it's such a tiny little thing compared to a normal size foundation. So it has 1 fluid ounces just like any other foundation. I'm just gonna shake it up. I am going to go ahead and put on a primer first just because that is typically my first step when I am wearing foundation. I'm going to go in with the Laura Mercier Radiance Primer. I'm just going to put a little bit of that on a duo fiber stippling brush. This is the Morphe M436 brush, and I'm just going to put a little bit of this all over my face. So I'm quickly just going to read the back of the bottle before I apply it to my face. It says that it's a 24-hour staying power. It's for all skin types. Looks fresh and flawless through heat, humidity, non-stop activity. Won't change color, smudge, or come off on clothes. Lightweight and so comfortable you won't believe it's long wear. Medium buildable coverage, won't clog pores, oil controlling, oil free, fragrance free, dermatologist tested. So from what I've heard about this foundation in the past is that it is a pretty matte foundation, so that's why I went in with a radiant primer. But the cool thing about it being more of a matte finish is that it's going to have a longer wearing power. I'm first going to go ahead and apply it with a brush, and then I'll go over it with a beauty blender if I need to blend it out any further. I'm going to take my Sigma F80 brush, and this does not come with the pump. You do have to pour the foundation out. You would think that after years of people talking about that they would have changed the packaging on this by now, but they haven't. So I just poured a little bit on my brush, and then whatever was on the side of the bottle, I'm just put that on my chin, and I'm going to go ahead and pick some up and spread that on the rest of my face. So right away, I do smell that the foundation smells, it kind of has that subtle paint smell to it, but it's not overpowering like the Wet n Wild foundation or the Laura Mercier, I think it was the Moisture Supreme or something like that, that had a really heavy scent to it. It's already pretty much gone away, but when you first apply it, you do smell that. So far, the coverage seems to be really good. Like everything is getting covered without it looking heavy on the skin. That was super easy to blend out. Like I'm already done blending it on the skin. I just like to continue to push the foundation into my skin until it's completely dry, but it is completely blended out. There's absolutely zero patchiness, and I really love the radiant primer underneath it because you can see that the foundation would have set very matte on my skin, but because I put the radiant primer underneath, it kind of looks like my skin is completely oil controlled, but I have a natural glow to my skin. So that's a really amazing combination. I'm happy that I tried those together because it looks incredible. For concealer today, I'm going to use my Naked Skin concealer. This is in medium light neutral. Sometimes a matte formula foundation makes it difficult for you to blend other products on top of it, so I'm curious to see how easy this is to blend. So that was super easy to blend on top of this foundation. I had no issues with the concealer getting splotchy or picking up the foundation underneath. That has happened to me in the past with certain foundations, so this is performing really well. I do want to test it with another cream product just to see what happens. I'm going to go in with my Cream Chanel bronzer, and I'm using my F88 as per usual. I wear this on top of most of my foundations every day, and I'm just going to push this to bronze my skin. So this is super easy to blend out on top of it as well. I'm really thoroughly enjoying this foundation at the moment. So I'm quickly just going to set underneath my eyes with my Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder, just because I know that this powder is super finely milled and lightweight. It's not going to add any extra heaviness or coverage or anything like that. It's just simply going to set the under eyes. so it's not going to disrupt the wearability of this foundation because I want to see how it performs. When I'm testing out a foundation for the first time, I wouldn't use something like the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Finishing Powder just because that adds coverage, and I want to see what this foundation does on its own. But what I will do just to make sure that the powders blend well over the creams is I will take a lightweight powder like the Rimmel Stay Matte powder, and I will just very lightly dab this and push this into my skin just so that it sets all the creams. So now I have the Estee Lauder Bronze Goddess bronzer to try in shade 2 medium. Everyone has talked about this for years also, but I don't know why I haven't given it a try yet. So it comes with a little brush inside of it, and I literally never use these brushes ever. I'm just going to use this one right here. This is the It Cosmetics number 8 Wand Ball Powder Brush. This is my favorite brush to bronze with ever, of all time. And I'm just going to load up a little bit on the brush. It looks like it's mostly a matte bronzer, but there are some very, very subtle gold reflex to it. So this looks like it's probably going to be very pretty. It doesn't have a scent. I really like the undertone of this bronzer. There's a very subtle red undertone to it, which is typically the color that comes out in my skin when I am tanning. I get a little bit of a red warm undertone, and a lot of my olive tones come out as well. But when I'm sitting in the sun, I do get some nice warmth peeking through. It's not coming off too heavy, which is good. I don't like it when bronzers pick up a lot of product on your brush when you first dip into it. I like something that's a little bit more buildable because it's more forgiving. So far, I really like it. I think that it added a really beautiful, subtle glow to the skin without looking muddy or anything too much. So I'm quickly going to finish up the rest of my makeup, and I'll be back to give you my final thoughts. Okay, so that is the rest of my makeup done, and the lip product that I'm wearing today is new from Laura Mercier. This is their Velour Extreme Matte Lipstick in the shade Hot, and I really like the formula of these. They're super creamy and pigmented. When they're on the lips, they feel matte, but they don't feel heavy. They kind of have that velvety feeling to them, so I'm really happy with this, and this color is great. They're also super pigmented, and they are not patchy from the ones that I've tried so far. So my final thoughts on this foundation are, I'm kind of pissed at myself that I haven't tried this sooner. I don't know what it is. When a product is overhyped and people are going crazy over it, I always tend to think that it must be too good to be true, so I tend to kind of get turned off by trying those products. So that's why I never gave this foundation a try, but it's definitely going to be my new go-to event foundation. I think that it is incredible. My skin has honestly never looked so flawless in my life. Like, this is an incredible foundation. I'm going to test it out to see if it has flashback, because I have heard some people say that it does, but it doesn't say that it has any SPF in it, so I'm going to give that a try, and I will insert some pictures so you guys can see for yourself. I'm really happy with the way that all of the products that I put on top of this foundation worked. I didn't have any issues with blending, patchiness, or any products sitting weirdly on this skin. Everything looks amazing. Now the only thing is to test out the wear test, so if you guys are curious to see how it wears for the rest of the day, then check out my vlog. I will link that video in the comment section below once that goes live, and you can see how it wore for the rest of the day, because I am vlogging today and I thought that that would be fun to show you guys over there. So that is all that I have to say for this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. If you did, then please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe if you're not already, and hopefully I'll see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.